Let's check. All right. Hello, everybody. Let me check and make sure that countdown's going down. All right. Let's check. All right. Hello, everybody. Oh, I know what's going on. Welcome to the beginning. My name is Erin Anding. I'm the librarian and site technology facilitator here at Glen Oaks Magnet High School, and I welcome you today. We are going live on both YouTube and Facebook to give everybody just a sample of what we have to offer with our 4 magnet programs. This is part of a larger showcase, the Magnet Showcase for the East Baton Rouge Parish School System. These videos will be available afterwards on Facebook and YouTube and on our school website. So if you don't get to see them today, you can at least always come back and find out more. This will last about 30 minutes, give or take. And in that 30 minutes, we're going to have some introductions from faculty and from some students. We'll have a brief presentation about our programs, and from there, we are going to do a live Q&A session where on both our YouTube platform and on Facebook, you are able to ask us questions. We'll get to as many of them as we can. Okay, so at this point, notice what it says on the ticker going at the bottom. The magnet application period for the 2022-2023 school year opens on October 4th, 2021. So today is September 30th, so starting next week, you can apply to Glen Oaks Magnet High School, where if you decide to come here, you might be seeing some of the following faces. I'm going to introduce them one at a time, and as I introduce them, they can give you a brief introduction of themselves, and from there we'll move on. Okay, so the first person I'm going to introduce is Dr. Tompkins. Dr. Candy Tompkins is our magnet site coordinator. Dr. Tompkins.
Good morning. I am Dr. Tompkins. I am the Magnet Site Coordinator here. We are excited to have you guys today, and we look forward to you applying to our magnet programs.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tompkins. We also have Ms. Holmes with us. Ms. Holmes is one of our teachers in our magnet programs. Ms. Holmes, would you like to introduce yourself?
Good morning. My name is Danette Holmes. I am the patient care tech and emergency medical responder instructor here at Glen Oaks Magnet High School. I am so excited to speak with you all and looking forward to having you all come and enroll at GO.
Thank you so much, Ms. Holmes. And with us, we also have somebody very special. We have Shelby Johnson. She's a magnet ambassador, a student who I've worked with personally many times in the last year, and I can't wait for her to introduce herself. Shelby.
Good morning. My name is Shelby Johnson. I'm the magnet coordinator of the medical magnet program at Glen Oaks High School.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for introducing yourselves. At this point, for a few minutes, Dr. Tompkins is going to give you a brief overview. She'll be sharing her screen and showing you a brief presentation so you have an idea of what we have to offer.
Good morning. As stated before, we are here to kind of introduce our magnet programs to you all. So at Glen Oaks, we have 4 magnet themes. We have our medical magnet, we have our radio broadcasting, sports medicine, and health sciences. Our medical magnet program is our academic magnet, and so that means students have to meet certain eligibility requirements. So those requirements are a 2.5 cumulative GPA for the previous 4 semesters, as well as basic or above on a standardized exam such as the LEAP. Our Center of Excellence programs, radio broadcasting, sports medicine, and health sciences, none of those have any entrance requirements. So at Glen Oaks, we feel like our programs are for anybody. So if we have students that may have struggled one year, maybe due to COVID, their GPA kind of dropped, they should still have the opportunity to be able to participate in our programs and be successful. All students, once they enter our magnet programs, they have to maintain a 2.5 GPA to be retained in the program. Our programs offer a lot of opportunities to the kids. Our kids have opportunities to receive industry-based certifications, as well as they are able to receive college credit. So how to apply? So as Ms. Anding stated earlier, the application portal will open on October the 4th. The website in which you apply is www.ebrmagnet.org. If you want to learn more about our programs or just about the school in general, We invite you to visit our school's website at www.glenoakshigh.com. At this time, we'll go ahead and start our questions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tompkins, for that information. As she stated earlier, if you need more information, you can visit Glen Oaks Magnet at www.glenoakshigh.com. That's running at the bottom of the banner. If you're also interested, just as a reminder, I'll flip to that to show you this. If you just want to keep up, you want to find out a little bit more about about what's going on at the school and in the program, we are available on several social media platforms. We are available on YouTube, which of course we're going live on right now. We are available on Facebook, which we are also live on right now, and on Instagram. So on two of those, if you have a question right now, you can start putting that in. And if not, no matter what, keep up with what's going on with the Panthers on those social media platforms. Now, I'm noticing that we have a couple of questions starting to come in, and I'm acting as the moderator, so I get to pick and choose, but I am trying to get to as many as possible. Ladies, if you feel that one of them is something that you can answer most particularly, it's something you really can answer, please chime in. If not, I might call on somebody just to help us out. But let's look at some of the questions that we have available. Let's see here now, looking. Okay, this is a good one to start off. This is coming from YouTube. So we have the question of, how does the school prepare students to go to work after high school? So perhaps Ms. Holmes or Dr. Tompkins, if you want to answer this question, how do we prepare them?
I'll let Ms. Holmes start that off.
Okay, with my students, with what I teach, patient care technician and first responder, each of the classes that I teach have certifications attached to them. So I prepare them with patient care technician to take a state board certification test. So when they pass that certification test, they are certified patient care technicians, and they are able to go out into the workplace where they can find a job in the hospital or nursing homes or whatever, healthcare facility that they choose. They also have the option, if they want to travel as well. With first responder, I give them a test, skill and clinical theory, where they are certified as first responders. And also in my classes, my students will also be certified in CPR.
In addition to what Ms. Holmes stated, some of our classes do have industry-based certifications, but not all of them. So for the classes that do not offer industry-based certifications, it's important to us that the kids get hands-on experience in those particular courses. So when they leave, even if they don't have a specific certification, they still have a skill set that they could use in a career. So like health sciences, although they don't graduate with a certification, they're able to learn laboratory skills, so they can work in laboratory settings. Mr. Augustus' class, radio broadcasting, he's a DJ. He's DJed for years. Those students are learning those skill sets. So if they learn how to DJ, that's maybe a side hustle, so to speak, or, that might be something they want to pursue that they can actually be able to earn money.
Thank you so much for that information. Based upon what you just said with radio broadcasting, Dr. Tompkins, could you just for a second maybe expound a little bit more? We have a question coming in, which is, what type of skills do the students learn in radio broadcasting? I think you touched upon that, but is there anything else you'd like to add?
So for radio broadcasting, sometimes the students don't want to be the personality, which is fine, the person that you hear all the time on a radio station. So one of the things that we want to make sure we do is provide different skills for all students. So if we have students that are interested in writing, they're learning how to interview people. Effective communication is a must. So not only within that radio broadcasting course, but also in real life, right? And then as far as just skill set, they learn how to make promos, advertisements, to create beats, background for different promos, as well as how to build playlists for the radio station.
Wonderful. Okay, so that's radio broadcasting. But looking at the questions I got coming out here right now, Shelby, I think you're not in radio broadcasting. You're in another pathway, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I think you might be able to, shed some light with this question that's coming up right here. I think this one's probably geared to you. So what do you like about your favorite class?
Okay, what I like about my favorite classes is how the teacher works with everyone to make sure everyone's on the same page and they all understand the assignment or whatever we're doing in class.
Wonderful. So you like the assistance that the teachers give you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What program are you in particular with this at Glen Oaks?
I'm in the medical magnet program.
Okay, so she's medical magnet. So she likes the fact that the teachers help her a lot over there. We just heard a little bit about radio broadcasting. Everyone, please remember, looking at the ticker tape, we also have sports medicine here as well. All right, so thank you very much. Thinking of medicine, I'm seeing this question here. I think it's a question, and I think either for Ms. Holmes or for Dr. Tompkins. Does the school still have the CNA program? Thinking about what we offer.
Yes. Due to COVID, we currently do not offer CNA as a standalone course. Because of COVID, we were unable to get into the nursing homes, the facilities. So as a result, we started to offer a patient care technician. And so what that is it incorporates CNA. So the kids are still learning everything they learned with CNA, but they also learn phlebotomy, which is taking blood, and how to read EKG machines. So we've actually found out through talking to Baton Rouge General and other nurses and people in urgent care facilities that they actually prefer the patient care technician because the students will have more skills. So they're not isolated just to CNA. They might want to put them in a different department. So it kind of brightens their skill set and is actually more beneficial for the students when looking for jobs.
So what you're saying is that, ironically, we actually ended up expanding our program, or making them more viable, going back to preparing them for work after high school. We've actually given them a wider skill set potentially.
Right. And sometimes kids don't really know what it is they want to do. So to me, having those extra skills that they're learning is more beneficial as well. So you might think you want to be a CNA, and then once you get into that facility, you might be like, no, that's not really for me. But hey, I like to take blood. I can go work, in a lab, or I could go Ochsner blood clinics or different things like that. So it just opens them up to more opportunities.
Okay. All right. Thinking about what you just said about labs, getting into a place, things of that nature. We're all dealing with the idea of COVID and stuff of that nature. All of this might apply to this question that's coming to us live from YouTube right now. And that is, do you have any partnerships?
Yes, ma'am. But due to COVID, some of our partnerships are somewhat restricted in our availability of getting kids where we need them to be. But we do have partnerships with Baton Rouge General Healthcare Systems. We have partnered with BRCC's Division of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences. They actually did a program with our students this summer, and it was called their STEP program. And the purpose of that was to start preparing our students to pass the nursing exam to be able to get into nursing school. So a lot of times they find that kids have a hard time passing the exam. So our kids are kind of getting an edge on the future there. And then we've also partnered with Southern University's nursing school.
Thank you very much. Speaking of partnerships, this one's slightly going differently because it's not necessarily a magnet, but it is a potential added bonus if somebody's coming to Glen Oaks High. Speaking of partnerships, I have this question here coming up from YouTube. It says, do all of your students earn an associate's degree? I know that that's the new thing everyone's talking about is the associate's degree. Can anybody help us understand a little bit more about that and how it relates to everything going on at Glen Oaks?
Yes, I'll do my best. So this school year, our district has a program initiative on our campus that allows all first-year incoming freshmen to earn an associate's degree upon graduation. So when they graduate from Glen Oaks, they'll receive their high school diploma, an associate's degree, or can receive an associate's degree, let me say that, as well as industry-based certifications. So if the student wants to just go into their career, they'll have those industry-based certifications and they can go straight to work after graduation. Or if they want to continue on in college, then that associate's degree from BRCC is transferable, all of those courses, college credit, to any Louisiana institution. So basically they would have completed their first 2 years of college.
That is huge to be able to get that many programs potentially in 4 years done in high school.
It is.
It is. Now, I personally, as a teacher, am ecstatic about the possibility of all these things being handed to my students, but I know that might sound a little daunting to some people when you tell someone, perhaps a 7th or an 8th grader, that they're in a magnet program, an associate's degree, partnerships. I mean, this is a lot of stuff. So, not that I don't think they can't do it, but that might lead into this question that's coming to us from Facebook right now. How do you deal with a child who isn't meeting academic expectations? I mean, surely everybody, things sometimes happen. So how would we do that if something were to happen, a child wasn't meeting academic expectations?
I'll let Ms. Holmes kind of start that off just with how, as a teacher, she will handle it. And then I'll kind of come in with the coordinator position.
Okay. As a teacher, it goes back to what Shelby was stating as part of what her favorite part of her class was, the hands-on one-on-one type of instruction that we have. Me personally, I have times to where students can come in and check in with me if they need to make an appointment, if they're struggling with anything. I have an open door policy. So my students know where they can find me at any given point in time. They know how to get in contact with me. They know how to come to my class. They know how that they can ask me anything. And if they need help, they know that I'm here to help them and to have them thrive so that they can be the best that they can be. So that's what I do to help those that are struggling or having problems meeting their academic expectations.
Part of my role as a magnet coordinator is retention of students. So in respect to magnet, I have to constantly pull their grades and try to see where they're at. As stated earlier, they have to maintain a 2.5. So if I'm doing grades check and I notice that students are below the 2.5 or they're kind of right at that cutoff, what I do is I meet with them individually and try to create a plan with them, identify what's going on. Is it I was absent? Maybe I had to quarantine for 2 weeks. As a result, I kind of got behind. And what we try to do is we create a plan for them. And also I speak to the parents. Depending on the nature of our conversations, I'll speak to the teachers if needed. And then as the school in general, when we go back to that BRCC and those college credits, it can be overwhelming, as you stated, Ms. Andy. So they do a lot of interventions in that program as well. So they're kind of getting it from all points on campus, teachers, if they're in magnet coordinators, if they're in the freshman academy, from those leaders. We have after school tutoring. So we have a lot of opportunities to make sure our kids are where they need to be.
Wonderful. I love all the wraparound services that we're attempting to do to make sure that each one of our kids is successful in the way that they're trying to handle things, whatever it is they plan on doing. And thinking about what you plan on doing, just to give a little perspective, Shelby, let me see this question. I think this question might apply most to you. Where did I see that? Let me see. I saw one that idea just makes me think, oh, here it is. Okay, going into that idea of preparation, helping you get where you need to be. What is it you want to do when you get out of high school, when you grow up, and how you think the school helping you to get there?
Okay, so when I grow up, I want to become a pediatric nurse, and my school is getting me ready for that because of the classes that they're providing for me to learn some of the basic skills that I will need to become a pediatric nurse.
That's wonderful, and I totally think you could do it. Going back, let's see here now. Okay, you mentioned, Dr. Tompkins, the idea of quarantining. I mean, it's the world of, what are we in, 2021? It's that world. We do have this question coming to us from YouTube. How do you help students that have to miss school because of COVID or quarantine? Is there anybody who wants to start?
On my end, we have Google Classroom that's set up. So whatever assignments that we have, I put everything into Google Classroom so that they have it accessible to them and that they can complete their assignments in a timely manner. Also, if it's something that they have a question about, again, or they need some assistance with, then they can email me and we can have communication, and I'll be able to help them in that manner. But every assignment is placed on Google Classroom for them.
I think that was probably one of the benefits of COVID, if we look at it in terms of how we progressed as a school system, was all teachers utilizing online platforms. And so we can still incorporate that now. If students are absent, they know where to go find their work. There's no excuses. They can kind of keep up with the class. They can communicate with their teacher. If they have an assignment or group project, they can still work collaboratively with their classmates, even though they're not at school.
Thank you, ladies. And I have to agree with you, Dr. Tompkins. I'm the site technology facilitator at our school, and the jump in technology was just phenomenal. It's amazing what you can do when you have to do it. And I saw my teachers doing amazing things and my students stepping up as well. Going back to our comments, looking at what we have left, we have about 9 minutes. So we have time for a couple more good questions. Let's see. I'm seeing some more. I'm making sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, this one's very real and stuff like that. Do you accept students with an IEP or 504 plan?
Yes, ma'am, we do. We actually have students in our program with IEP or 504 plans. That does not deter anything. All that means on our end is that we just need to give them the supportive services that they need. But yes, anyone who is interested in our program, we want them to apply. We're always looking for a good student. So anything we can do to assist the students and the parents, that's what we do here at Glen Oaks.
Okay. Looking. I gotta see. I don't want to miss anybody here. I think this one might be geared towards Shelby, but I think it could be for anybody here. I don't think I've done this one yet. And it's, what do you like most about the Magnet program? So I'll start with Shelby, but honestly, I'd love to hear what a coordinator and a teacher say as well.
What I like most about the Magnet program is the opportunities that they're providing us at school and how we're learning different things that will lead up to the career that we're interested in.
Okay, what I like most about the Magnet program is I am thrilled with the students that we have and those that come to us that are hungry and thrive for the knowledge that we're, of the information for what we're giving them and what we're providing them, and them working hard toward the setting and the goals set for them. Also, I thoroughly enjoy who I work with, because my Magnet family, and that's just what it is. It's a family. So if we need, or if I need anything, all I have to do is say something or ask, and they are right there.
Yes, I agree with both Ms. Holmes and Shelby. It's all about the opportunities. I feel like the opportunities that our kids get here, they wouldn't get anywhere else. As Ms. Holmes said, we're like a family. Our kids become our kids. We're just like mom, auntie. When they have issues about anything, they'll come to us. And then that just makes us it makes you happy to come to work. The whole faculty, our administrators, it's just like family. It's like home away from home.
Okay, I'm kind of giggling because I agree with you. They are my kids, and I know they're your kids, and it is what it is. Looking at time, it is about 9:25, and we said we go to 9:30, but we want to make sure that we get in just under the wire, because around here the bell rings at 9:30 and life goes on because we're in school today. But I also want to make sure that we recap with everything. So I think I found the question that I would like us all to end on. If each person could maybe adapt it for themselves. But what are your goals for the students after graduation? And Shelby, if you want to talk about your goals, I know you mentioned it already, but your goals for your friends. But if everybody could kind of just say, what are the goals for after graduation? Because that is the point. The point is that we want to prepare our students for whatever comes next. So, and our final question, and then we'll wrap up. What are the goals?
Okay, guess I'll start. For me, I think when I'm thinking about after graduation, regardless of where our kids go, I want them to be successful. So if it's, I don't want to go to college, I want to go straight to work. I want them to be able to go get a job where they're making a living wage. So they don't have to struggle, they're able to move up the ladder at work based on their skill set. If it's for our kids that want to go to college, I want them to be prepared. I want them to go in their first year of college feeling like Glen Oaks and our Magnet programs have given them the stepping stone. So they have the tools, they know how to study, they know time management, just so they don't feel overwhelmed. And I feel like we do a really good job with that in our Magnet program, with making sure that we instill in them skills, accountability. If you did not complete an assignment, you're responsible for not completing that assignment. How are you going to deal with it? You have to go talk to your teachers. You have to take initiative. So just regardless of what they want to do after graduation, when you leave Glen Oaks, I want them to be proud that they're Glen Oaks alumni at that point, but to also be able to talk about our programs with other people. So if somebody was to say, how was your experience at Glen Oaks? I want it to be a positive experience.
Okay, I'm just pretty much gonna piggyback and mirror everything that Dr. Tompkins said, because it is what it is. We want them to be prepared. We want them to be successful, and we want them to just, the sky is their limit, to be optimal in everything, efficient, proficient in everything, all their dreams, whatever it is that they want to achieve, know that they can achieve it and know that they received what they needed to in helping to achieve their goals.
I agree with what Dr. Tompkins and Ms. Holmes said, because like after graduation, many people are still deciding on what they want to do after high school. But at Glen Oaks, you're given different opportunities to where you can decide after graduation, and where you will have a steady income and you will have a good career that you actually like what you're doing.
Yes, I did it. I was telling y'all not to mute your mic, unmute and mute, and I did it. So let me re-say what I was going to say, which is y'all could not have said it better. That is everything we want for our students. They are our kids. We're looking for the sky is the limit. We are hopeful that you out there watching or watching later on will consider sending your student here, that they are a potential Panther who might be here for the 23 school year. If you look at the ticker tape down there, just to give you a quick reminder of a couple main things, we do have 4 magnet programs here. They're coming across the screen as we speak. We have medical, we have health sciences, we have radio broadcasting, and we do have sports medicine. The magnet application period for next year will be opening on October 4th. Remember, today is September 30th. So, start getting all that paperwork ready to fill out that application if that's what you want to do. At any time, whether you are just listening for fun or you're trying to figure out if radio might be for you, please tune in to Live 365 and listen to GO Radio 66.5. And remember, at all times, you can visit us on our website at www.glenoakshigh.com, or you can find us on one of our 3 social media platforms, which is Glen Oaks Magnet, which is Facebook, Glen Oaks Magnet High School, which is YouTube, and GOMHS_Panthers on Instagram. Ladies, I can't thank you enough for giving us your time here today. I'm really hopeful that this will lead to some more students coming here next year. And unless anybody has anything else to say, we're going to sign off now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.